Good evening, or good afternoon. I'm waiting on the red button for live. It says I'm live right now, but I don't. There we go. All right. I saw someone out there earlier. Uh, I have got the mic plugged in on this one. I'm on the MacBook Air. For some reason, MacBook Air works just fine for doing the YouTube show. All right. Uh, let's get down to it. First thing I want to do is thank you, Nancy Halverson, uh, for your donation to my PayPal account. And also, there is Facebook Pay available out there. This really helps out in a time of need uh, for Grace and I. In fact, I'm going to be making the show a little shorter today, I hope, simply because, hello, Dolores, how are you? Uh, because Grace has had a dizzy spell. Hello, Nancy, and thank you for your donation to my PayPal. Uh, as I was saying, uh, Grace, I think, has been lacking a little hydration from water. They told her at the doctor she needs to drink water. She doesn't like drinking water. But I've got her drinking water, but I don't want her to get dizzy. Uh, and I can fetch her some water. And that way, when she gets dizzy, that's when she falls. And that's also the room seems like it's spinning around for her. And the doctors have told her she needs to hydrate with more water and stop just drinking tea all the time. So I've got her on doing that. She hadn't. I gave her a big glass of water earlier. She hadn't gotten dizzy anymore. So that is a relief for me. But like I said, I want to keep an eye on her. Uh, well, let's get down to it for a few minutes and see what we got here. I'm having to do it from this side today. Uh, on January 15th, Donnie, King Ding Dong, said that whites have to go to the back of the line to get medical care. And what he was talking about is the all like the uh, uh, mono colonic treatment and the newer treatments that they have. It just happened to be they're adjusting for Omicron. But that didn't stop. By January 22nd, neo Nazis uh, with a sign outside of Brigham and Women's Hospital with sign that the hospital kills whites. This is what King Ding Dong is doing by his hateful rhetoric. Uh, he's bringing out these all these group of rats, society's lowest element, haters of any color other than white. Just take the bomb threats that against black universities. This is the second month that this has happened. And the former is fomenting as much hate against anyone not white, uh, where he was doing that at that rally on the 15th. 22nd, here come the neo Nazis down in Orlando, Florida. No, wait a minute, that was Boston. Excuse me on that. Getting ahead of myself. And on that rally, I got to see a clip of that when he said that about whites had to go to the back of the line to get medical care. Uh, He had paid a lot of blacks to wear T-shirts with "Blacks for Trump" behind him. And when he started in with his triad uh, against blacks, the whites having to go to the back of the line for therapeutics, there were some very uncomfortable blacks in back of him looking around like, oh shit, you can't make this shit up. That was happening. Uh, I guess it wasn't in the job description that he was going to go totally racist in his rally, and they're standing there behind him. Didn't any of them look like they were delighted with what he said? Uh, Back to the black universities, NBC reports the FBI has identified 6 juveniles as persons of interest in bomb threats at black colleges. We'll have to see how that pans out. But there was other interesting news on that same subject. Darn it. I'm keeping my hands so clean that I can't separate paper. Uh, Arkansas police received a 911 call from a neo Nazi. A suspect called 911 and told communications he was a neo Nazi and set up C4 charges at Philander Smith College and another college nearby to be Arkansas Baptist College. In Orlando, Florida, a group of neo Nazis with swastikas on flags with signs, the Jews are behind it all. Also, a Jewish student of UCF uh, was driving by the protest and he confronted him. He was pepper sprayed and pulled from his car and beaten. Uh, he was interviewed afterwards. My grandfather was a survivor, uh, and other members of my family were survivors of the Holocaust and migrated to the U.S. after. And from the sheriff, charges are forthcoming against 3 of the in the neo-Nazi rally near UCF. Charges are forthcoming against 3 people after a passerby was videotaped being beaten by participants of a neo-Nazi demonstration over the weekend in Orange County. Sheriff John Mena said on Tuesday. The very next day in Orlando, another group of neo-Nazis on an overpass on I-4. Let's see, let me look ahead because I've got where it was at, what overpass it was. That was I-4 at Darrell Carter Parkway. And let's skip ahead a little bit. USA headline, or USA Today, excuse me, February 1st, 22. Do we even know that they were Nazis? That was what's behind the controversy over DeSantis' aid on a now deleted tweet. Law enforcement at the time arrested no one. Now law enforcement in Florida would hold them accountable, he said, for an illegal demonstration on a highway overpass. I call bullshit on that. that that one because why weren't they arrested at the time for the Nazi flags hung on the overpass and "Let's Go Brandon" banner? The overpass, like I told you, was at Darrell Carter Parkway. Uh, this, in both cases, was in January 30th. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer, Orange County Sheriff John Mena, U.S. Representative Val Deming, and U.S. Senator Rick Scott condemned the anti Semitic behavior from the demonstrators in Orlando. DeSantis wasn't there after the tweet was deleted, blaming the left for it. Uh, Way to go, DeSantis, after having your aide fan the flames. As all cowards, that's what they do. They say something because everybody will see it, then they delete it like it didn't happen. Brothers and sisters, you can't make this shit up. DeSantis was late to address the demonstration. These people, he started out, these Democrats were not going to play their game. Who would have guessed that he blamed the Democrats? Now, you know that Florida, uh, where your asshole governor stands, just like the rest of the GOP in power, positions, uh, they always say it's the Democrats doing it. No, it's not. Give me a fucking break. It pisses me off. That's their game. Their game is to blame or instruct Democrats. They have no issues. Instead, division and hate, baby. That's all they have to offer you, Republicans. Yesterday on Newsmax, or no, Tuesday on Newsmax, the former doubled down on pardoning January 6th rioters. Believe me, my Republican friends, uh, he can go lower than if he wants to, putting criminals back on the street because they did what he wanted. They fought like hell. Shit. And what he's doing is ginning up culture wars, siding with white nationalists and neo Nazis. Then there's Senator Kennedy of Louisiana, Republican, to Politico. I want a nominee who knows a law book from a J. Cruz catalog. Number two, I want a nominee who's not going to try to rewrite the Constitution every other Thursday to try to advance a woke agenda. Keep in mind, Republicans, uh, this before, where was he on July 4th for our country? He was over in the Kremlin meeting with Putin. And I want my Republican friends tell me something. How is that not a racist remark? The only thing, he doesn't even know who the nominee is going to be yet. But yet he's already putting her down because she's black. Just like that sorry ass Ted Cruz. Where are you at today? If you're having bad weather down your way, you're headed to Mexico and blame your family for it. And my Republican friends, how's that not playing to the base of white people? That's absolutely what it's doing. They're still hugging on. The only one that came out and Donnie put him down for it was about letting uh, Capitol rioters just, pardon them all. Uh, Lindsey Graham said that was wrong, and now Donnie has labeled him a rhino. And even Kennedy, Senator Kennedy is playing stupid. He knows better. He's one of the cowards that went to Moscow on our 4th of July to meet with Putin. Uh, Yesterday, uh, Jeffrey Clark met with the select committee finally for 2 hours. We don't know yet if he pleaded the fifth, but he probably did. We should learn that soon. All right, try to get through it. And I'm proud of our president. He did exactly what Putin does not want. He has somebody, Putin has now got somebody that stands up to him by putting our troops over with NATO, and Putin can't stand that. The orange would be dictator would have let Putin do whatever he wants with Ukraine if he had been in power. Did you hear me, America? He's a danger to our country, our democracy. Freeing violent criminals is not law and order. And I hope more of the GOP wakes up in DC and realizes what he is. I feel like at times that I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm going to keep doing it. I love my country and our democracy and free and fair elections. I don't want one party, the Trump party, to decide elections. To me, anyone with common sense uh, would want free and fair elections and not the Trump party or King Ding Dong's party deciding who wins elections. Stop the voter fraud bullshit. It didn't happen. You need to understand that. That man is grifting off Save America. That's all he wants is your money. You need to realize that. All right, that's about all I've got to gripe about today. I really appreciate it. I love everybody communicating with each other out here in my little blue room. Uh, I will be at the meeting. I was looking at the weather map. John's area right now has rain, but they're not far from the leading edge of the freezing mix. So I'm hoping that he does have power and everything is all right with John Britovo and his family. And I will be dropping in at the meeting. I always share it when we do have a meeting. Uh, our voices have to keep going. We have got an objective. We have got to vote from the bottom up blue wherever we can. And we've got to bring over good Republicans and make them understand, do they want a country where only their party decides election in swing states? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm a very optimistic person, but I don't think that all of them, as you see more in DC, peel away from Donnie. I think that's going to reduce his base. Uh, it won't reduce the scum that he brought out from under the rocks. The That's been worked on by the GOP for quite some time. all during Obama. What they do? They did no work, they obstructed. And that's what they're doing again. All right, that's about all I got. Peace, resist, persist, and I insist. Truth matters. Democracy depends on it, ladies and gentlemen. Go down and like and share. Help me get this shit out here. It's important. We are losing time. We have to bring this country around to realize what is going on. All the gerrymandering in swing states. And this important fact that I learned last night, this shit with the fake electors started originally on November 18th with a Trump attorney reaching out to see what people thought about fake electors. All right, let you go. Have a great evening. I'll see you later on at the meeting. I just want to make sure that everything is cool with Grace and we take care of each other. And I thank you for your support, and I will see you later on. Have a great evening. See you at the meeting later. Bye bye. Share this shit, please.